Dear viewers, we are in the second part, so let's see what are the ingredients we need. It is overwhelming, quite a lot, but take it easy. I will list down everything in my description box. So let's see what are the ingredients we need. So I will go with the most important ingredients as well. So for that, I'll start off with the spice mix. I have Pav Bhaji masala. This is store-bought. I will make another video on how to make the masala homemade in your own home, which will be much more delicious and much taste better. And followed by we have cumin seeds. Pav Bhaji masala is 1 tablespoon. Cumin seeds I have 1.5 teaspoon. And I have Kashmiri red chili powder. It's 1 teaspoon, which is a generous heat. And I also have cumin powder, roasted cumin powder. I will leave a link below how to make a roasted cumin powder, which tastes extremely good for all your dishes as well. And also I have garam masala. I have half a teaspoon of garam masala. The cumin roasted cumin powder also is 1 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon, is up to you. And I have 1.5 teaspoon of kasuri methi, which is dried fenugreek leaves. And I have 1 green chili finely chopped. This green chili they use to make pakoras, which is not very spicy, so it's strongly recommended to be used. And if you want spicy chili, you can go with that, optional as well. And I have roasted coriander powder, and I have turmeric powder. Coriander powder is about 1 tablespoon, turmeric powder is about 1/2 teaspoon, and I have just a handful of chopped cilantro or coriander leaves. These are the spice powders. And now let's get to see what are the other ingredients. The half capsicum, which was boiled previously, another half, which is here also. So I have already chopped them into small pieces. I don't want to waste it, so I just chop them up down. And I have 1 onion finely chopped, and I have 2 large tomatoes pureed. I did not add any water, straight puree. And also I have 1/4 cup of salted butter. So from now on I will not be using any salt, but in final stage, before the dish is to be dished out, then we'll see if we need salt, we'll add. If we don't need salt, we don't need, because this dish will be will be used with a lot of unsalted butter in this. So that's the salted butter. Since salted butter contains salt, we don't need more salt, but if we need, we can add more. So let's get into the kitchen to see how it is been made. And dear viewers, to start off our cooking process, and so we will have the heat turned on to medium high, and to start off with, we'll melt the butter. As always, the beginning, we are not using any oil. And if you're conscious about high blood pressure, that you can't, or your cholesterol level is high, you may omit this butter and use just regular cooking oil. Quarter cup of butter is already melted, and next ingredient will be our cumin seeds. In most of the East Indian cooking, cumin seeds are used a lot, especially in the north. They use a lot of cumin seeds, and even in the south as well. Just for your information on this. As our cumin seeds has already started to boil, and we can add the onions now. So So this is a whole onion, one whole onion. If it's a medium, you may use one, or large you may use one also. If it's a small, you may use 2 or 3. Up to you, dear viewers, and how tastier you want. The more onions you add, the dish will be even tastier. There will be more onion used in the later part of this video. Dear viewers, our onions has become translucent, and now we could add the green chili as well. And I have missed out one ingredient, so I'll be adding some ginger garlic paste. That is about 1 to 2 teaspoons, which is 2 teaspoons should be good enough. We'll cook the onions till it changes its color to a golden brown. Then we'll add the next ingredient. And dear viewers, the onion has already started to change its color, and now we can add the next ingredient, which is the ginger garlic paste. And here, dear viewers, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. 1 and 2, maybe a little bit more. And give it a saute for a few minutes. And if you are not sure how to make the ginger garlic paste, I will link a video on how to make the ginger garlic paste, which you could make it without any cooking required. All you need to do is just grind them according to the measurement and the portions, and after that freeze them. And whenever you need, you can always thaw them in your microwave or defrost. Then after that you can use them in your cooking. So we'll be back in a short moment. Our ginger garlic paste is already cooked, so before I just pour in the tomato puree, I will just give it a quick stir. And tomato puree of 2 large tomatoes. Do not add any water when you are grinding, because tomato contains a lot of liquid, so that this is sufficient for this dish. And give it a quick stir and let it evaporate. So we will be back when it's evaporated. And dear viewers, our tomato puree with everything has evaporated very well. So at this point, we can add the green capsicum or the bell pepper. And give it a quick mix. And at the same time, we can add the spice powders that was listed. I'll go on with the half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and followed by coriander powder, which is a tablespoon, and also garam masala, which is a half a teaspoon, and also kasuri methi. But kasuri methi I will come back to its ends because I have to crush them. So, and I will add the cumin powder, the chili powder, the Kashmiri red chili powder, and also the Pav Bhaji masala powder. And with that, we'll just give a quick mix on everything. And at this point, I will just add a little bit of water just to help the masalas to cook well. And I will add just a little bit of water. approximately about quarter cup to half a cup of water. You don't need more. And we will wait for the masalas to be cooked for a few minutes. So we will leave it as it is and we'll be back shortly. And dear viewers, I missed out the kasuri methi, so I will be crushing them in my hands and just crush them into fine powder and just add them in, and same time just give it another quick mix. And this is good enough, dear viewers, and this will help the masalas to cook with the little bit of water that we have added. And dear viewers, the masala has already come to a good it has already cooked, and now it's time that we could add the cooked vegetables that earlier we pressure cook it, and we can add them. And with this, give it a quick stir that all combines together. And there's a little bit of chunks of vegetables like the carrots and all. It's perfectly fine because it's not supposed, it can be all mashed up together, or if you want it to be all pureed, you could all wait for until it's cooled off completely, and then you can puree it in a hand blender or a regular blender. And at this point, I will add another quarter cup of butter, unsalted butter. And there will be more butter to be added, so let's see. And dear viewers, after boiling them to evaporate the sauce or the gravy, and it has already evaporated well, and at this point I'll just add some, maybe a handful of cilantro, and mix it up, and the bhaji is ready. So now the next step will be the toasting of the bread, and the garnishing will follow on after that. And at this point you can also add a little bit more butter, and I'll be adding more. And dear viewers, another quarter cup of butter. So altogether is 3/4 cup of butter we have used from the beginning. So I'll just break them down so it will melt together. And once the butter is melted, and we can turn off the stove. This is a very rich dish with butter. So I wish that you will try in your home, and leave your comments in the comment box, and where I will respond to it. And this is also my first time I'm trying this. I tried it before as well, but I modified it a lot of ways to make it more tastier. And I have tasted, it is really tasty. So I wish everyone will try this, whoever is watching this. And do not forget to put a thumbs up into this video. Dear viewers, it's ready to be dished out. And dear viewers, before we dish out, we'll add a little bit of lemon juice, approximately about 1/4 cup. Up together as well, and with that we'll add a little bit of sugar just to balance out the flavors. So I have some sugar here, about 1 teaspoon, and just mix it up together just to blend all the spices together. Come to one great taste. Some of them do use a little bit of cream in it. You can if you want, which will make a little richer. I think I will add the cream as well right now. And dear viewers, some cream to go on top of it. Just a little bit, maybe approximately for 1/8 of a cup. And that's it. We are done. Try this, let it come to a boil, and after that